Hello YouTube, Freddie Cardona here. Welcome back to another Driving and the News for today, April 12th, 2023. Getting close to tax time. All right, let's get you the news.
Station, Long Island.
Another good news, bad news night for the Yanks and Mets.
Yes, Susan, in a reverse from Monday night, the Yanks wound up spotting the Guardians an early 2-0 lead in Cleveland, but after that it was all Bronx Bombers, highlighted by a guy who wasn't even with them in spring training.
Here's Franchy Cordero. And he swings and hits a high fly to right. Back goes Gonzalez on the track, on the wall. She's gone. It is a 3-run home run for Franchy Cordero. Oh, you can bet the Ranchy on Franchy.
He's now got 3 home runs and 10 RBIs. John Sterling called it on the fan as the Yanks went up 6-2 in the third on their way to an 11-2 rout. Meantime, the Mets on the wrong end of a 4-2 score at Citi Field, where the Padres got a 2-run double from Manny Machado and a 2-run homer off the bat of Xander Bogaerts. Marker Day, 1010 Win Sports on 92.3 FM.
Now a commercial message. Hey, New York, you deserve more credit. Let's talk Earned Income Tax Credit. It helps hardworking New Yorkers and their families catch a tax break. Now you get even more for the first time since the subway still took tokens. Shout out to Mayor Adams, the City Council, and New York State. The tax credit puts money back in the pocket of working people to help you cover whatever you need. Now, nearly 1 million New Yorkers will get more money than ever. The hustle is real. Now, so is the cash back. Now that's what's good. Check if you qualify at nyc.gov/get-credit.
By now, you know that sound. It's the sound of the Home Depot. But what about those sounds? Those are the sounds of a new kitchen package of state-of-the-art appliances with innovations to make everything from meal prep to cleanup easier, making this the sound of savings on top brand appliances. Bring on spring with savings on select kitchen appliances in-store and online at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Wins News Time 8:56. Now Bloomberg Money Watch on 1010 Wins with Steve Potisk.
Well, Susan, the latest snapshot of the cost of living shows the suffering isn't over, but the pace of rising inflation did slow some in March. The headline Consumer Price Index number showed just a modest 0.1% rise from February to March, as energy prices were down last month while food prices were flat. Still, while the annual inflation rate of 5% was well below the 6% we saw in February, it's still a long way from the Fed's 2% target. Now, core inflation without food or energy rose 0.4% month to month. The annual rate of 5.6% was up a tick from February, but Wall Street is pretty happy with the numbers. So S&P futures are positive now by 31 points, NASDAQ adding 126. Dow futures are gaining 210 points, and take note, the price of eggs tumbled the most since 1987, down almost 11% from February, but of course that's after they surged in the previous months. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Steve Potisk for 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
I'm personal injury attorney Dan Buttafuoco of Buttafuoco & Associates. When I was a child, I experienced several injustices. This sparked a passion in me to fight for people. You never know when you're going to need a personal injury attorney. I've seen situations in which a second changed a person's entire life. When you come to Buttafuoco & Associates, you don't just get a single attorney. You get a team of professionals who will stand beside you and do everything possible to get you to the finish line so that you can move on with your life. When I'm in court, I think back to the injustices I've experienced as a child, and it makes me want to fight even more aggressively for you. At Buttafuoco & Associates, we will stop at nothing to get you the best possible outcome. Choosing a personal injury attorney is not a decision that you should make lightly. You should find someone who's highly recommended and go with someone that has a proven track record. Call us today at 1-800-NOW-HURT. That's 1-800-669-4878. 1-800-NOW-HURT. Or online at 1-800-NOW-HURT.com.
Bad credit? No credit? Any credit? We can help you. Call Credit Solutions, a division of Hudson Hyundai. It's easy to apply right over the phone.
We can help you drive today with only $68 down. Call 800-951-4221. That's 800-951-4221.
Tier 1 customers can drive a brand new Hyundai with just $68 down.
Like a new Hyundai Tucson or Palisade, only $68 down.
Even a new award-winning all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 5. only $68 down.
Or get up to $7,500 Ioniq 5 lease cash when you lease.
Call 800-951-4221. That's 800-951-4221.
And all new Hyundais come with Hyundai Assurance and America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
In about 2 minutes, we're going to get the top news. So hang in there.
4221. That's 800-951-4221 or HudsonHyundai.com.
Payments will vary. Credit severity affects approval. See dealer for details.
WINS FM and HD1 New York.
All right, here we go.
Always live.
Top news.
Another beautiful day. AccuWeather telling us any clouds giving way to sun. We'll get up to 82 in the city, 85 in some of the inland suburbs. Cooler on Long Island. You'll stay in the 70s, then partly cloudy, 62 tonight. Tomorrow sunny and 86. It is 68 degrees now in Central Park. More people get their news from 1010 Winds than from any other radio station in the nation. Gary Souders, our service aide. Justin Schrager is at the editor's desk. I'm Susan Richard.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Winds at 92.3 FM, New York.
Good morning, 68 degrees at 9 o'clock. It is Wednesday, April 12th. I'm Lee Harris. Here's what's happening. With no progress on community jails to replace Rikers Island, there's a proposal to just lock up fewer people to ease overcrowding on Rikers. As AccuWeather predicted, brush fires sprang up around New Jersey yesterday. We even got some smoke blown into the city. We could get more fires today. The parents of the Louisville bank killer say they knew he was struggling with mental issues but didn't think he was capable of this. Senator Tim Scott, the only black Republican in the Senate, is launching a presidential exploratory committee. And we'll hear from a man in the Bronx who lost custody of his 3 dogs because his boyfriend was caught on video kicking one of the dogs.
You gave me my dogs back and then you come back 3 days later and take my dogs.
Sports? The Yankees won, so did the Devils, and the Mets lost. 1010 Winds AccuWeather. Clouds giving way to sun today. It'll be breezy and warmer. We're shooting for a high of 82 in Midtown. It's news time. 9:01. Traffic and transit on the ones now. And Karen Stewart.
New Jersey's in really excellent shape this morning. We've got delays westbound on Route 46, right around Route 280. Other than that, 280 is in very good condition. So is 46, traveling through Little Falls and Totowa and out into Wayne. We're doing well on 287. We look good on the New Jersey Turnpike, the Garden State Parkway, and we're also looking good on Route 3 to the Lincoln Tunnel. No problems there. The inbound Lincoln from the Route 3 approach is looking at about delays of 15 minutes maximum. No delay at the inbound GW Bridge, and at the inbound side of the Holland, we've got a 20-minute backup. Over on the other side of the world here, the East River crossings, the inbound RFK Triborough, 59th Street Bridge, and Queens Midtown Tunnel are all moderately heavy. The Queens Midtown is the heavier of those 3 crossings. The Throgs Neck and the Whitestone are in very good shape. You know what else is in great shape? The Bell Parkway. From end to end. Rarely get to see it. It's nice when I do. Southern State Parkway out to the Gowanus Expressway by the Verrazano Bridge. The Bell Parkway is in most excellent condition. Alternate side is suspended today for Passover. The meter rules apply and we're sponsored by Hint Water. Delicious fruit-infused water with 0 sugar and dyed sweeteners. Hint is water with a touch of true fruit flavor. More than 25 delicious flavors in stores or at hint.com. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
The city is supposed to close Rikers Island in about 4 years, but there's been no progress to speak of on building replacement jails. Still, some elected officials are intent on closing Rikers one way or the other, as Glenn Schuck reports from Midtown this morning.
This group of city council members have a new group of bills they want passed. $300 million. They're planning to cut the number of inmates at Rikers from 6,000 to 3,600. The remaining would be moved to these 4 new jails that are being built around the city. Council member Lincoln Ressler among this group and spoke with us. He says this can't go on the way it is.
The situation at Rikers Island is a humanitarian crisis. It's a catastrophe. It is a shame and a stain on our city. And we must not only close Rikers Island, we must do everything we can to reduce the population of the people who are there today.
And public advocate Jumaane Williams saying he doesn't believe that closing Rikers is a priority for the Adams administration. Glenn Schuck, 1010 Winds, 92.3 FM in Midtown.
Dean DeVore warned us yesterday about the possibility of brush fires, and we got some in New Jersey. Some smoke even blew into the city. There's a big fire in Jersey City that started in a recycling plant, another down near Toms River, and a third in Teaneck and Overpeck Park. Bergen County Executive James Tedesco expects more fires today.
We're on heightened alert here in the county. You know, we're so populous, the most populous county in the state of New Jersey, but you have areas like this, and so you have to make sure that you're well prepared, and we are here in Bergen County.
We talked to CBS 2 down in Manchester Township. A wildfire burned through 2,500 acres and 170 buildings were ordered evacuated. Westchester and Connecticut have also issued wildfire warnings, and Westchester County Executive George Latimer has imposed a temporary outdoor fire ban. There will be a vigil today for the 5 people killed by a co-worker at the Old National Bank in Louisville on Monday. Police have now released body cam video from the officers who took out the killer.
Just 3 minutes after the first 911 calls, Louisville patrol officers Nicholas Wilt and Corey Galloway ran toward the bank as shots were being fired, not knowing the gunman had set up an ambush in the lobby.
It's easy to tell an officer that you have to run towards gunfire. It's another thing for them to actually do it.
Officer Wilt was shot in the head within a minute of arriving on the scene.
Officer Wilt was a brand new officer. He had no experience. He never hesitates.
Roxanne Severi reporting Officer Wilt remains in critical condition. The parents of the killer, Connor Sturgeon, released this statement. While Connor, like many of his contemporaries, had mental health challenges which we, as a family, were actively addressing, there were never any warning signs or indications he was capable of this shocking act. Connor Sturgeon was 25 years old. He'd reportedly gotten word that he was going to be fired from the bank. 10-10 winds AccuWeather. Turning out sunny, breezy, warmer than yesterday. High 82 in Midtown, 85 in some of the inland suburbs. Long Island will stay in the 70s. It's 68 now, partly sunny. Humidity at 28%. The winds are west at 9. 68 headed up to 82 today in Midtown. George Santos is still in Congress, and since he is still there, his Democratic opponent in the last election, Robert Zimmerman, says Santos needs to change his position on gun control.
This is a rally being held in front of George Santos's Douglaston Congressional Office, organized by gun safety organizations who are all dedicated to advocate for more gun safety legislation and to mobilize the community to take action in that regard.
That will be today at noon. Among the organizations taking part in the rally, Move On, Moms Demand Action, and Bend the Arc. So far, the only gun-related legislation Santos is on the record as backing is a bill to make the AR-15 the national gun. There's a new Siena poll out this morning on the state of the state of New York, and it finds 50% of New Yorkers are concerned about crime. Few find the state affordable.
Only 33% of New Yorkers feel as though the state is an affordable place to live. 2/3 say it is not.
Polling Director Dan Levy, 30% of New Yorkers say they don't foresee staying in the state, and 60% said they don't trust the politicians of New York State. Senator Tim Scott, the only black Republican in the Senate, is launching a presidential exploratory committee. He released a video to make the announcement.
Today, our country is once again being tested. Once again, our divisions run deep, and the threat to our future is real.
Scott says he is a messenger uniquely situated to reject the culture of grievance and victimhood, which he says has been fostered by President Biden and the radical left. President Biden is visiting Ireland today, exploring his family's roots.
The first full day of the president's trip to the Emerald Isle features events both public and personal. After a speech at Ulster University on the 25th anniversary of the Good Friday Agreement, the president departs Northern Ireland for the Republic.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this journey to record history with the news in the New York metropolitan area. We'll see you on the next Driving and the News.